Namaskaram. In this video, we are going to discuss programs for CBSE Computer Science Practicals. First question. Program to find the area and perimeter of a circle using user-defined functions. We have to find the area and perimeter using functions. So we need two functions, one for finding area and second one for finding perimeter. Okay. Then after function header, the program execution comes here. That is printing menu. One for area, two perimeter. The next is accepting the choice from the user using input function. Enter your choice 1 or 2. User has to input 1 or 2 and that choice is stored in variable choice. Okay, then for finding area and for finding perimeter, we need radius. So accept the radius from the user using input function, input, enter the radius, and that radius is converted into float and stored in variable arc. Here the choice also converted into integer because our choices are 1 and 2. Okay, then after accepting radius, we have to call the function according to the choice. If choice is 1, call the function area with argument r. Then the program execution goes to the function area, r is the argument. Then find the area using the equation pi r square, that is 3.14 into r. Result is stored in variable a. Then print the area of the circle a. Okay. Then program control will come out of the function area and goes here. Elif choice equal to 2. If choice is 2, call the function perimeter. Argument is r, radius again. Program control moves to the function perimeter. R is the radius. Find the perimeter using the equation 2 pi r, that is 2 into 3.14 into r. Result is stored in variable p. Print the perimeter. After this statement, program control moves out of the function perimeter, comes to this statement, that is else. If the user entered a value other than 1 or 2, you have to print invalid choice. Okay. So in this function we have used two user defined functions, area and perimeter. Execute. Menu, area, perimeter. Enter your choice 1 or 2. I entered 1. Radius 2. Area of the circle 12.56. Next question. Program to find the area of a triangle using math module. First import the math module. Then accept the values for the three sides of the triangle. The value returned by this input statement is a string. So convert into float. Then store the values in A, B and C respectively. The equation to find the area of a triangle is root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. S is calculated using the equation a plus b plus c the whole divided by 2. See the expression a plus b plus c you have to write inside the bracket. Don't forget these brackets. Then call the function sqrt for finding square root. Sqrt is in math module, so math dot sqrt. Then as the argument, give the expression s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Then the result is stored in variable area. At last, print the area. Execute. Side 1, 3, side 2, 4, side 3, 5. Area 6. Next question. Create a random number generator that generates random numbers between 1 and 6. Simulates a dice. A dice is having 6 faces and each face is having a number from 1 to 6. When you roll a dice, you will get any of the 6 numbers. It is a random number. So we are going to generate a random number between 1 and 6. First we have to import the random module, import a random. Then I have used a variable roll initialized to y. This I am going to use as the loop variable while roll dot lower equal to while. If this condition is satisfied, execute the body of this loop. Okay. Now the value of roll is while. The condition is roll dot lower equal to lowercase y. Then after this print statement, call the function randint. The function randint will generate a random number between two given numbers. Here there are two arguments for the randint function. First one is the minimum value, second one is the maximum value. Then this randint function will generate and return a random number between 1 and 6, including both the values. The function randint is there in random module. So give random dot randint. Then the random number returned by this randint function is stored in variable dice. Then display the value of that variable dice. That is, in this variable dice, you will get an integer value between 1 and 6 randomly. In each execution, a random number. Then next statement, roll equal to input, roll again, yes or no. This will ask the user, roll again. User has to input yes or no. And that input is stored in variable roll. The program control will move to the while loop again. Then what this while loop will check? Roll dot lower equal to y. That is, the user input, whether it is uppercase or lowercase, that will be converted into lowercase by this lower function, then compared with this lowercase y. If you don't want to use this lower function, you can use roll equal to small letter y or roll equal to capital letter Y. Okay. Then if the value of roll is y, it will go for the next iteration, generates next random number, display the value, again ask for roll again. When the user inputs a value other than y, the while loop will stop its execution. Okay. Execute. You got 2. Roll again. Yes. You got 5. Roll again. No. Next question. Program to calculate simple interest using function interest that can receive principal amount, rate and time and returns the simple interest. Do specific default values for rate and time as 10% and 5 years respectively. So this question is based on default arguments in function. See the function header, we have 3 arguments: principal amount, rate of interest and time, that is duration. Here the rate of interest and time are default arguments. Default value for R is 10 and for T is 5, 10% and 5. And the argument P is non-default argument. Then come to the statement outside this function. You are accepting the value for principal amount from the user and assign to the variable P. Then call the function interest with argument P. Only a single argument P. And the value of this P is passed to this function interest. And this P will accept that value. Then what about R and T? For R and T, we have default values. That is, if you are not passing any value for these default arguments, they will take these default values. Then come to the function body, interest equal to PRT by 100. PRT by 100 is the equation to find the simple interest. Then the result is stored in the variable interest. Then return interest. In your question it is specified like this. The function returns the simple interest. So instead of printing the interest, you have to return the value. And the value returned by this function interest is stored in this variable SI. That is, the value returned by this function interest will be assigned in the variable SI. At last the value of SI, that is simple interest, is printed. Let me execute this program. Enter the principal amount, Simple interest 25,000. This is when we passed only the principal amount as the argument. Then what will happen if we pass rate of interest also? See, R equal to float of input rate of interest. Then I am going to pass this R as argument. That is for this function interest. Now we have two arguments, P and R. P will be assigned to this P and the value of this R will be assigned to this R. That is, if you are passing values for default arguments, it will take that value. If you are not passing any value, then it will use the default value. I am going to execute this one. Principal amount, say rate of interest 5. Simple interest 12,500. That is, in first case, the default value 10 is used by this R, and now it used the value specified in this function call. Then if you pass the value for T also, then it will consider the passed value, not this default value. Clear? Then we move to the next program. Next question. Program to simulate lottery draw using random module. As we all know, the numbers are selected randomly in a lottery draw. Here we are going to select the winners from a range of ticket numbers. So to generate a random number, we have to import the random module, import random. Then we have to input the start and stop values. That is the first and last numbers in that ticket series. That is, if the ticket numbers are in between 10,000 and 50,000, you have to give the start value as 10,000 and stop value as 50,000. Okay. Then you have to input the number of draws for number of prizes, and it is stored in variable n. Then a print statement, lottery results for I in range 1 to n plus 1. That is for n number of draws, n number of iterations. Then inside the for loop, a variable winner equal to random.randint start comma end. The function randint is included in the module random, so you have to give random.randint. Then this randint start comma end will generate a random integer between start and end, including both the values. And the random number returned by this randint function is stored in winner. Then we will print the winner. That is, when the value of I is 1, first prize, when it is 2, second prize, and when it is 3, third prize, so on. That is for the first iteration of the for loop, first prize, second iteration, second prize, third iteration, third prize, etc. Clear? Okay, I am going to execute this. Lottery ticket number series from 10,000 to up to 50,000. Number of draws 3. Prize 1, this one, prize 2, this one, and prize 3, another number.